Hi, everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Tracie Mahan, and this is going to be a channeling segment with Daniel, the Arcturian, and Friends is what I say, because sometimes it's the Imperial group, which is also Arcturians, and sometimes it's other groups, like last time it was the Syrians. We've had a pretty intense year, right? And so I thought, well, it's New Year's Eve. I'm recording this on New Year's Eve, and I'm just curious about what's coming for the year ahead. So what a fun question to ask Daniel, right? I also want to pull a card, and I'm feeling like doing that first. So let's set an intention. I'm going to use my Beyond Lemuria cards because those are I'm so drawn to those right now. So I just want to know, what does our Beyond Lemuria cards have for us today as a message, and see where that takes us first and go into that. Beyond the mind. Okay. Well, that's where we're going today, right? We're going to go beyond the mind. So I'm just going to look at this and see what comes in for me as I look at that. And so much sacred geometry in this. So much sacred geometry in this picture, the flower of life. You know, we're moving into these astral planes and into these beautiful waves of communication with things beyond us right now. And, you know, for many years, you know, I grew up in the Catholic religion, and prayer was always a big thing. But this is even almost beyond prayer, right? It's like we're connecting so deeply. And I've never been able to connect as deeply as I do these days with spirit, and being so emerged with that on so many levels. And it's a very exciting time where we're all evolving to this point where we can feel immersed like this in the energy. And so I think the artist on this deck of cards has done such a beautiful job of capturing all of this magic in these images. Because, and look, we've got the throat chakra highlighted here. There's going to be so many of you guys have already been so activated in your light language and in your communication with spirit and your channeling. And I just think more and more of that's going to be opening up in 2021. We're really stepping into the multidimensional beings that we are. And so let's go ahead and put the card away, and let's dive into what it is Daniel has to say for the collective about the year 2021 coming up. My intention is to find out, is there new energy fluxes coming in? Is there anything for us to look out for, look forward to, look, what is it that's coming in for 2021? And so I'm just going to go get them and see what comes in, and let's enjoy the ride together, right? We're entering, I think, you know, 2020 set a stage for something. And I think one of the things I do want to say before I do get into this is part of why I'm excited about 2021 is that if, a few days ago, I was having a friend of mine do some reflexology with me, and that took me on a journey, and I wasn't expecting it. And those are the ones that I really want to pay attention to when I'm not expecting it. What's happening? Where am I going? You know, and so I went through this portal and I came out on this space station that had many different galactic panels on it, or I don't even know what you'd call that, but it was like a space station for all the galactic councils to meet at. I walk off of this portal through these doors, and there were people. They looked human to me, standing there waiting for me. There's three of them. There was two on the right, one on the left. They're walking with me, and the only way I could describe it is it felt like they were debriefing me on something, but I couldn't figure out what it was they were trying to tell me. I just knew how I felt about it, and the feeling that came with that was that something really exciting is coming. Some big change is happening, and they were just catching me up on what is it that you know, where are we at with this right now? Yeah, just giving me all the, you know, like if you were an office person and you just walked in and everybody got to catch you up on the paperwork that's been happening. So I felt like they were catching me up, trying to debrief me on where we were at with this big event that's going to be happening. So I kind of want to know more about that too. So let's find out if we can get some of that information. That's all I got from that that experience, and those kinds of experiences I like to pay attention to. They happen very quickly. A lot of information seems to be downloaded at that time, but it's also very vague information. So it's like, okay, what can you tell us? I want some meat on that one. So, all right, I'm going to go get Daniel and we'll see what comes through. We don't want to wait too long to get in here. We want to jump in and celebrate this time of transitioning energies. And you all are very aware of all the transitioning that has been going on energetically for the month of December. There has been a colossal amount of energy fluxes going on. And so you may have been feeling a lot of the flush of energy moving through you, purging you and setting you up for what may not feel like success, but we wanted to set you up for success. We wanted you to be prepared for what's coming next. And so many of you, through the solstice, through the astrology, the Jupiter Saturn conjunct, we wanted to set you up through this last full moon and the energy and the purging and the emotions that needed to rise up and be released. We want each and every one of you to imagine that you are stepping out of an old version of yourself and stepping into a new version of yourself. And just in your mind's eye, see that happening. And you are not leaving behind that which you were. You're using that as the catalyst to push you forward into something better. So everything that has happened to you in your past, from this moment and behind you, everything that has happened to you in your past, we want you to hold gratitude for it. We want you to hold gratitude for the pain, the disappointments, the happiness, the joy, the anger, the hurts, the failures and the successes. We want all of it to play a beautiful, beautiful part in what is going on to move forward. But in order to do that, you need to step out of that old paradigm, that old program, that old construct. And we want you to move forward very, very, very joyfully, gleefully, stepping into 2021, as you call it, in your time frames, in your reality. You have so much beauty, so much passion, so much excitement coming forward for you if you want to grab hold of it, if you want to let go of all the pain. And again, we are not telling you leave that part of you behind. It is always a part of you. We want you to hug that piece. We want you to love that piece and say thank you for that journey. You took the hard one. You journeyed in the first half of this beautiful transition. And we thank you for that. And we thank you for all the hard, what is the words we want to use for this? We want to thank that part of the soul for its generosity, its beauty, its kindness, its compassion, its love, and its willingness to go through all of the ups and downs to get to this point of a new beginning. And you take all of that knowledge with you. You take all of that with you. And then you love on that part of you. And then we call in the healing around it. We call the healing in around it. So find a color. That is one of the things we do like to do with you. Find a color and bring that color in. Bring that color in big and strong around you, and allow for that color to just wrap you up and hold you and transmute all of the other pieces, all of those wounded, fragmented pieces that happened along the way. And just hold that. And this is lifetimes of fragmented pieces, timelines and journeys that you have been on to get your soul where it is today. And so you are at this point where you get to cross a line, so to speak. We don't want to call it the finish line because it is not finished. We would be silly to say that you are stepping into utopia now, but you are stepping into a new energy, a new way of being, a new way of processing, a new way of accepting, receiving, and evaluating your world. You are stepping into a way that brings you into your mind, brings you into your spirituality, brings you into your essence. Bring in that truest form of yourself and see the world through those eyes. We want you to know and understand that you are loved and you are embraced by so much beyond yourself. when you can step out of that physical reality and move into the mind, just like the card that Tracie pulled today said, going beyond the mind and being in the expansion, being in the expansion that is yours to hold on to every single day, the expansion that brings you beyond the things in the material world that appeared to not be working out for you. And in hindsight, we hope that you will see that those things are the catalyst that got you to the next thing and the next thing, and teaching you to love beyond what you've loved before, teaching you to be um, in your own awareness beyond what you have been aware before, teaching you to go inward and love self and forgive self and let go of judgment where judgment needs to be released, and to accept and receive and love yourself beyond anything that you've ever done before. This journey is one that is about to begin with you, where the world around you is going to start reflecting a little differently. You're going to receive it a little differently. It is not going to be so tangible for you. Your manifestations, yes, you can still manifest in the material world, but your manifestations may seem a little different to you. You may want something different than you did before. You may have wanted something in a material form before, where now you may be like, yes, I like that material thing and I'm so glad that I have it, but what I want is love and joy and acceptance and fun and playfulness and lightheartedness and connection, and I want to be in the pleasure of it all, and I want to be in the sensuality of it all, and I want to be in the feelings of it all. And you will find yourself moving forward in a way that brings the sensories of your beingness to life. And so as you move into 2021, we want you to step into the fullest version of yourself that you can. We want you to quit reflecting outside of yourself. We want you to pull everything in. Imagine if you were receiving the world only through the frequencies and energies that are around you. And what would that be like? Right now, we want you to just, if you are able to close your eyes and just imagine that you are receiving the energy around you solely through how does it feel? How does it feel? What is the energy that comes in when you are embracing that feeling, when you are feeling that merge with you? Just like in that picture where that image was immersed in all the waves of energy around her. Bring that in. Find your heart chakra. Pull the deepest, beautiful love out of the heart chakra. What is that thing that brings you to that space of love, that brings you to the smiles, that brings you to the joy, that brings you to the beautiful, unconditional love and expansion? Imagine yourself being the most expanded version of yourself you could be. Imagine yourself up in the stars, up in the cosmos, being consciousness and awareness, floating, expanding. Nothing's limiting you there. Feel the calmness, feel the joy, feel the peace of mind. No troubles in this place. Just you and the universe floating in this beautiful, gentle, caressing peace. And when you can take that peace, take that love, take that kindness, merge it with source energy, bring source in on this, fill yourself up with that energy. And now, view your earthly realities through this place, through this filter. Be in the mind, the heart, the soul, the body. Bring it in on every level of every experience. Get the bigger picture. And look at your 2021. Look into that. You are the crystal ball, not us. You are the crystal ball to see that which is being laid before you for the year to come? What are you manifesting? What are you creating? What are your desires? Have you written them down? Are you holding them in your heart and your mind? What do you feel yourself wanting and desiring in this moment as you were floating in this space? See what you would want for yourself personally, and then see beyond that. What do you want globally? What do you see? What do you feel? What do you experience? Ne she kwa tamata seve moto di makwa. U shani atuna baki atota che ki ando tibeto tonama. U sambishe kukanda and the bear a shoe sambi utumbamba ekwa tachishi. U samadan yutloto taba kondan dimbe ane eshe o onte. Maha sa. Bring in your heart song, bring in your star language, bring in your beautiful frequencies of the truest form of you. See yourself in all versions, all timelines, all dimensions. See your heart, your soul, your mind, your body healed, healed and complete. High vibrations of healing surround you, move through you. Look at where the attachments lie. Look at where you hold the energy like anchors to the body. How is this serving you? How is it serving you? And then release it. Set it free. Let it go. And breathe in nice and deep and enjoy. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the exuberating feeling of expansion, of freedom, of movement, of infinite possibilities, infinite manifestations. That which you desire, that which you desire. You had an attachment to something that you had to set free just now. What was the desire of that attachment? What were you hoping to gain from that attachment? How were you wanting to feel? How come you were hanging on to it? What were you wanting to feel with that attachment that you had? What were you hoping for? Was it love? Was it money? Was it fame? Was it success? Was it longevity and health? What was it that you were hoping for, that you were hanging on to this thing, this attachment you had? Was it connection? Was it obligation? Was it responsibility? What was your attachment? Was it an old program? There's so many different things we could say right now, but you will know. You will know what your attachment was. And we call it unhealed for you. We call it unhealed. We call it unhealed. Bring in the light around that and let it heal. Let it expand. Let it be. You had that experience. You were able to learn and grow from that experience. And maybe that will bring you to more expansion. Maybe that'll bring you to a higher level of the experience. Maybe that will bring you into another version, another reality, another timeline. Calling it in the highest and best good, surrounding yourself with the highest and best good frequency, the highest frequency available to you at this time. We call it in. We call it into the mind. We call it into the throat. We call it into the heart. You are entering a time of truth, a time to be truthful with yourself and truthful with others, but a time of truth, a time of really acknowledging the desire behind the action, really acknowledging the push, behind the thoughts, behind the things you say, the things you do, the movements you make, the directions you go. It's time to get deeper with it. It's time to look at what is the motivation behind it. What is the true desire? And can you be true to yourself in that moment? There's a lot of growing coming in for 2021. Spiritual growth, beautiful spiritual growth. It feels good right now as we are in this beautiful meditation of the mind, the heart, the soul, the expansion, the source energy. But we say to you, as you start to become the energetic match to your expansion, to your desire, to your willingness to reach higher vibrations and frequencies and knowingness and activations and ascension, some of that may not feel as good as this moment right now, as you have to release that which is not the vibrational match. And so call in your love, call in the angels, the guides, the masters, the galactic councils. Call in your teams, your helpers to move you through the moments that don't feel so good. Knowing that all of it is healed in truth, all of it is already healed in truth. No separation. All is connected. All is connected. All is there. Ishika somo shebe so 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 me shikiwa. Anda be asho wanda. Beaqua dan. Beaka canta jojo to patati chipana de be ho hon jibia. Anda be o chip go. Becatatuma. Tisabatapunto and the Pietasha Kutum Ushima. Each of you is on a personal journey. Each of you is activating a part of you that hasn't been activated yet. Each of you is working on a soul purpose, a soul mission, a soul journey. You are each individuals and connected all at the same time. We've talked about it before. You are on an individual path, an individual journey, but your souls are so connected. Many of you will be finding very powerful soul connections, soulmates, as one you might identify with them at this time. Lots of energies coming together. As the work has been done, the magnetic pull to each other is beginning to happen. And you will find powerful connections in this next year. Do not be disappointed if you feel you are not finding that. Do not be disappointed, because it is still there for you. And we want those of you who feel like you have not found that yet to just go quiet in your mind and just put your energy out into the world like a little beacon and see if you can ping, as one might say, ping that energy and find that other counterpart to you, that soul connection to you. And know that you are on this journey. For some, it will happen this year. For some, it will not happen for the next 2 to 3 years. Do not be discouraged by that. It is okay. The journey is so important. And finding each other, yes, that will feel like the reward. But know that the journey is very important. And you may get there before your counterpart, or your counterpart may get there before you. But you are both working towards it, because you wouldn't be listening to this right now if you were not. And the journey is very important. The lessons, the love, the learning, the shedding of the old ways, the reprogramming of the matrix, of the construct that you are both in. Just know that it is happening. It is moving you towards that greater, deeper connection. And for those of you who are already in a connection that is beautiful and deep and adoring, know that it can even get stronger, better. And there is growth for everyone. Doesn't matter where you are at on your path. You might just be beginning and find this video and be wondering, what is this all about? And that is okay, because your journey has just begun and you are about to go on a whirlwind of synchronicities, of being in the right place at the right time, finding the right teacher, the right people coming into your space, your place, your mind, your spirit, your guidance, and bringing you exactly to the right book, the right video, the right thing that helps you to open your mind, activate you, move you. That is happening for everyone. Even if you've been on this journey for a while, there is always somebody that will have something to offer. Now, that is the individual journey of 2021. Let us see what we could bring in for you as a global peekaboo, if you will, at the energies coming up for this new year ahead. There is a lot unfolding in the next 3 months. A lot unfolding is how we see it. A lot it is being shown to us like little buds of flowers. It's like you can see the flowers and you know that that is there. You know that something is there and it is starting to grow and blossom. And then it starts to reveal itself and you see that there are many layers to it. And so there are going to be things that are brought to light that have many layers to it. And you're going to start to understand those layers a little deeper. There is a lot going on with the energy of the planet. A lot is shifting, as always. That has not changed. You are still in this energy shift of the, as we talked about over the last year. You have a lot of shifting planetary wise to go. There are a lot more people waking up, a lot more people taking care of the planet, a lot more ways that that planet, your planet, is being taken care of. The air quality, the water quality, the soil quality, the plants, the animals, everything. There is a large shift that will be experienced in the next 3 to 6 months. You'll start seeing more awareness being brought to the earth itself, more people being awakened to their roles as they are guardians of the earth mother. A lot of you are already awake. A lot of you have come to see us for that, and that has been our pleasure to be a part of that journey. A lot of you are sending energy into the soil, into the elements, into the minerals of this earth as we speak. You are bringing in frequencies and vibrations that are activating the crystals within deep earth. And there is no way that you can bring that in and not have it affect the planet. And we are excited about that. And for those of you who are connected to the mountains, you already know that that is an activation going on at this time as well. The dragon energy moving through the earth. There is a lot of protection around the earth at this time, a lot of protection around the earth. Why do we need protection, you're saying? Why is there protection around the earth? Because there are energies and forces that are not frequencies that are conducive to where the planet wants to go, where the planet is heading with the fifth dimensional frequencies and beyond. We do not stop at the 5D. We are just working towards the 5D. And then, of course, it'll keep on evolving. But as you were moving through this incredible time of shedding fear-based energies and moving into the lighter frequencies of love, all of this time, it is, how might one say, when you are grieving, when you are sad, and you kind of want to shelter yourself, maybe you go to your bedroom and you close the door and you just want to be left alone. Maybe that is how we say it. Mother Earth is needing shielded so that she can take this time, and all of you can take this time to do the grieving, to do the shedding of the tears, to move out of this heavier, denser energy and into something lighter. We all know that when one cries, they feel lighter afterwards. They were able to move that energy up and out. And so think of it as that. Think of it like the energy of earth itself. Everything that is alive on earth is going through this shift. They are crying, they are moving the energy, they are expressing the emotion, and they are being very present with what is going on right now at this time. And that purge, it takes a little shielding so that you will be able to do the purge without too much more intense energy coming in. And so it is like a filtration system. It is like the energy that comes into the planet is filtered. It is adjusted. The frequencies are adjusted. Maybe that is the way we want to say it, so that it is not too intense at this time as you are moving and acclimating and learning how to mm, survive is not the word, learning how to integrate the energy to be more functional in the world, as one might say. And some of you may feel like I'm trying to survive this. Yes. And maybe that is why the word survive jumped in. But we're saying to you, you are surrounded. You are surrounded with so much love, so much joy, so much excitement right now. The movement into this spiritual phase of your life may be one of the most pivotal moments in your memory as you move forward. And so embrace it, love it, enjoy it. The earth is ever changing. You are ever changing. That is never stopping. We have that coming in. Um, do we see things getting better for you as far as what is going on planetary wise, globally, um, with the governments, with the COVID, with everything else that might be going on for you? We say, yes, it's all moving in the right direction, even if it doesn't feel like it. Even if it feels like you're trying to walk through tar to get to something better, we say to you, hang in there. Hang in there. It is all moving in the right direction. And keep your frequencies, your vibrations as high as possible. We will do our best to show up here for you in those ways to help you maintain and hold those vibrations, either through these videos or through interactions with you personally. So do know that you can call in, not just us, not just Daniel and the Imperials, but also you have your own galactic um, counterparts that are more than willing to come in and move your energy and to move your mind into a much better space, into a much happier place, into a much more productive thought for you. Mm. We're looking to see if there's anything else significant that we want to say about this year coming up ahead. It is really going to be about choices, isn't it? And we have spoke to you about choices before. It is really about your choices. And as you are starting to really integrate all the sensories of the body, you will start to understand when you are making choices, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, your spiritual body are all communicating to you about those choices. And as you learn to experience that and integrate that, you'll start to make choices that blow your mind away how accurate you can be with that, or how what right direction they are bringing you in. And so it really is a personal journey, 2021. There will be the collective journey as always, but you are on a personal journey, and we wish you the best of luck in this. We hope that you have a most wonderful, wonderful year. And we thank you for stepping through that veil from 2020 to 2021 and bringing yourself into the new energy with intention and with your love and with joy in your heart of what you can create as you move forward. Mm. We do want you all to know you are very loved, you are very appreciated. We could not tell you enough how much we appreciate and love your energy, your work here on this planet. And one day you will all understand why it was so important. It is mm, very galactic what you are doing, very multiverse what is going on here. It is the ascension of everything that ever was and ever will be. And we hope you understand that soon. As we bring Tracie back in, we thank you. We hold gratitude for you. We love you. And we know that this beautiful collective that comes to watch these videos, we know that your expansion is touching so many more and so many more, and bringing more and more people into this awareness, into this awakening. And we thank those of you who have just found us, who are watching the videos for the first time. We thank you, and we hope to be able to merge with you and connect with you, to be able to inspire joy, hope, love, and kindness in you as well. Uh, we feel our energy is fading here, so we will let you go with great love, great gratitude. We welcome you into this new age of 2021 and beyond. Thank you so much. Okay, that was interesting. I haven't had them fade out like that before. Usually we just say our goodbyes, and yet I kept feeling like something was pulling them. So maybe there's something I'm supposed to go do that I needed to get back into my body for. So I thank you all so much. Thank you for watching this video. Please click like. I love your comments. When you click like, it helps to share the video around the YouTube universe. So let's get these videos out to as many people as we can. And I love you guys. Thank you for spreading the word. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything you've done for me over 2020. It has been an extraordinary year. And, you know, I just feel very blessed in this year of 2020. I know it had a lot of big hiccups in the year, but, you know, when you start looking for the blessings, they really do surface and they come forward and you can find them. You can find them in every single day, even the hardest days you have, there's blessings. So find your blessings, find your gratitude, find your joy, and it's going to launch you into a most spectacular 2021. I love you guys. I'll see you next year. Who didn't want to say that, right? Okay. And with that, I will say goodbye. Have a wonderful and safe New Year's Eve. And if you're watching this after New Year's Eve, just have a wonderful and safe day. Okay. Bye-bye.